PRASA, in partnership with the Department of Transport, has announced additional train services for spectators attending the MTN8 final match between Orlando Pirates and Stellenbosch FC in Durban this evening. This initiative aims to alleviate traffic congestion and provide a safe, reliable travel option for supporters. Newzroom Afrika's Yolulwe Qoshe is currently at the fan drop-off at the stadium and joins us now. Yolulwe, good to speak to you this afternoon. Just walk us through the mood ahead of this all-important encounter this afternoon.
Well, a very good afternoon to you in studio, Hugo, as well as to the viewers at home. Of course, I'm not an expert when it comes to the changing of the seasons, but it feels like summer here in Durban ahead of what should be another beautiful game because of the beautiful weather, of course, between Orlando Pirates, the defending champions of the MTN8, who will be taking on challengers Stellenbosch FC. Now, the fans that will be coming here are said to benefit from a partnership between PRASA as well as the KZN Department of Transport. And joining me now to talk about all of that and more is PRASA Head of Marketing, Zipho Mlambo. Thank you so much for your time, Zipho. Let's speak about this initiative. I saw you yesterday with my colleague Usileti, where you were coming from Mlazi, just demonstrating how everything will work ahead of match day. Today is match day. Are all systems go? Is everything going the way that you would have planned?
No, absolutely. Thank you. The fans are starting to trickle in. We are now expecting trains from Umlazi, Guamashu, Kato Ridge to start trickling in with the fans. So the hype and the excitement is there, and we're ready to take them to the match.
And then we know that it's still about almost 4 hours to go to the match, so we're not expecting to see a lot of people coming in. But I believe this is where the fans will be coming through this particular platform. Just take us through what then happens when they arrive from this platform. How easier is their access into the stadium?
So they'll be coming in from all the corridors and from Durban Station to Moses Mapida, which is only 3 minutes train trip. And then when they come into Moses Mapida Station, it's literally 50 meters walk. So they literally step right inside the stadium from the train.
And let's just talk us through the building blocks of this particular initiative. You know, what comes into making all of this work? How much hard work is there, and when do you start putting all those plans into practice for this day to be successful when it arrives?
So it goes, there's a lot of planning that goes into it because we plan with the city, with the stadium management and the respective sporting authority, in this case with the PSL as well. Then we make sure that our timetable suits the opening of and closing of the stadium and the match time, as well as then the ease of travel for our commuters from the respective region to ensure that they are at the stadium on time and safely.
And have you guys earmarked a particular there's a prediction for what the peak hour would be for some of the workers here to have their hands full with all of the supporters coming with their boisterous cheering of their particular teams? You know what time that might be, you know, a full house at around this particular platform?
Certainly from between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock is when we're expecting the peak of all the fans, you know, because they'll be coming from different areas just in time for the game. So we are ready and waiting for them. And our trains as well take up to 2,400 people a train. So we'll be having a couple of them coming through. So we're expecting quite a number, and we are excited and ready to receive them.
Have there been any challenges in putting all of this together? Have there been calls stressing you today, saying, hey, this is not going according to plan, but we're on it? Are there some things that you're still hoping, you know, are eradicated before all of this goes in the way that you would have planned it all of these other weeks?
From PRASA side, we're ready. The important thing is for fans to quickly get to the stadium, buy their tickets to get on the train, because that's where they'll spend a bit of time getting ready to do that. So the sooner they get to the stadium, to the station, buy their ticket or park their vehicle as well, because we've provided parking at Umlazi, Guamnyandu Mall and at Durban Station for them to park their vehicle easily, get on the train so that they don't get caught up in the congestion that is already outside of the stadium. So for those who are still at home and making their way to the stadium with their vehicles, please park at Durban Station. It's very easy. Then you get on the train, which will take you 2 to 3 minutes from Durban Station into Moses Mapida.
And can we see more of these initiatives in the regular league games, or is it because maybe in the regular league games you don't expect so many numbers that you don't have, you know, the idea of putting all of this together? Or will it be something that you look to implement, you know, more regularly for the more regular games, quote unquote, going forward?
No, we're going to be providing these services as part of the regular sporting or entertainment schedules of the cities where we operate. So we'll definitely be there for all ordinary and derbies and, whether it's rugby, cricket or football or a concert. So we'll be there. Wherever there's a track, you'll definitely find us moving forward.
Thank you so much for your time. Well, let me release you now. So if there are those logistical things that you need to attend to, you can't say that it was us that was holding up the operations. We thank you so much for your time. Thank you
so much.
All right,
and
thank you.
We look forward to a spectacular match day.
100%. Thank you so much. Well, Hugo, that was Zipho Mlambo, the head of marketing at PRASA, talking to us about how the initiative came about today with the train line that is coming from all different parts of Durban, leading the spectators into Moses Mabhida Stadium ahead of that Moses Mabhida Stadium final, which will see Orlando Pirates taking on Stellenbosch FC in the MTN8, saying that it's all systems go, expecting more fans to be coming in at around 3 o'clock and then filling up the particular stands of the Moses Mabhida Stadium. I did say it's all roads leading to Moses Mabhida. I probably should have said all tracks leading to Moses Mabhida Stadium, Hugo. For now, it's back to you in studio.
Yolulwe, thank you very much for that, but we're not going to let you go off easy, right? So let's talk about head-to-head count. Who does that head-to-head count favour? And past performances, certainly in the DStv, in the Premiership, Betway Premiership, who does that favour going into this encounter?
Well, Hugo, the last 3 times that these two teams played, Orlando Pirates has only won once, and it has been Stellenbosch FC that has won the previous 2 encounters. So when you look at it like that, then you could say that Stellenbosch is threatening to be a bogey team to Orlando Pirates when it comes to these type of encounters. But we all know when it comes to finals, there are no records that hold anymore. There are no favorites tags. It's all about what you do in the 90 minutes. It could be 120, it could be penalties, but you need to utilize that particular time that you have. You can't rely on what you have done in the past. Similarly to Orlando Pirates, you can't rely on the fact that you've won 2 other MTN8 titles, so you are going to automatically win a 3rd. You still need to work for the 3rd, and especially when you know that you're playing against a stubborn Stellenbosch FC side that was able to see the better of a Mamelodi Sundowns team that many were expecting to bounce back in the 2nd leg here at the same Moses Mabhida Stadium just 1 month ago. So when you look at that, Hugo, Stellenbosch FC have the better in terms of the recent results between these 2 teams. But when it comes to the track records, those don't matter. When it comes to the actual pressure game itself, it's about the character of the players. It's about the mentality of the players. It's about who can handle the big occasion. You can have the talent when the pressure's not on, but can you turn on your game when the fans are expecting you to come up with that moment that will give your team the decisive moment in a game that gets them to lift a particular trophy? That is going to be the difference between these 2 teams.
Stellies versus Pirates, whichever way it goes, it promises to be an absolutely incredible encounter. Yolulwe Qoshe coming to us ahead of that MTN8 final at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban.